Mike Dyer for CCTV, here today with a very special guest, Sarah Hutchinson. Sarah is a senior at Concord Carlisle High School and also here today to talk about quite the recognition. I understand that, Sarah, you are a lifetime Girl Scout, right? When did you join the Girl Scouts?
I joined Girl Scouts when I was in kindergarten, and I am a third-generation Girl Scout. Both my mom and my grandmother were Girl Scouts before me.
And Sarah not only has been a Girl Scout for over a decade, she's also now being honored with the Gold Award, the highest recognition a Girl Scout can be recognized with. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're here to talk a little bit about why you're getting the award, and more importantly than the award itself is the work you're doing. So tell us a little bit about your backstory. I understand that you did lose your father when you were 5 years old to leukemia, and that has led into this passion project that you're currently working on.
Yeah, so a lot of girls choose to do their goal project based on a personal experience, and that was certainly true for me. So my dad passed away when I was 5, and for several years afterwards, my mom and I attended a support group called at the Children's Room, which is located in Arlington, Massachusetts. And we went there for several years, and then I started going to a camp for parentally bereaved girls when I was 8. And both those programs, but especially the camp, really helped me to heal and helped me to understand that I wasn't alone in this experience, and that was really powerful. And especially at the camp, I had role models in the older girls who are our counselors in training for us. And when I got to the age where I could be a counselor in training, I was honored to be selected for that position and then to work with the younger girls to help them work through their loss and to feel connected, because grief is a really isolating experience. So I returned from that, and I wanted to continue to pass on those hard-won lessons and that love and the mentorship I had experienced. And so I reached out to the Children's Room. They did not have a training program to effectively train teens to volunteer with children, although many other teens had asked to volunteer with them. So I decided that I would design a training program and a training curriculum and surrounding program to train teens to effectively volunteer with children and then allow them to do that at the Children's Room. And so following that, I developed this program, and it allows teens to work with their own loss, receive skills to effectively work with children, teens gain leadership skills, and children have a mentor figure through their grief, and it's easier for them to talk to and connect with somebody.
And it's incredible stuff that you're doing right now. And talk a little bit more about how important it was for you to have these mentors growing up, which is now something that this program is going to directly lead to, is more mentors.
Sure, yes, of course. So when I was younger, so a lot of children experience grief in this way, which is really unfortunate but true, and it can feel like you're the only one. And being able to have these mentor figures in the older girls made me feel like I was normal, and that I was going to grow up to be resilient and compassionate and happy people just like them. And that's something that's incredibly encouraging when you're going through this really sad time and you're feeling like you're alone and everything.
And the project that you're working on with the Children's Room, talk us through a little bit of the legwork that you had to do, because building a program like this from scratch for anybody is an incredibly daunting task, and to do it while still in high school, I can clearly see why you're getting this award. So tell the people at home what kind of work you had to do to get this program now to the point where it's almost ready to launch.
It was definitely a lot of work. In addition to my schoolwork, I'm an honors student, I'm a varsity athlete. I had to balance this work, but it was a wonderful experience to do that, but it took pulling together a lot of resources. So I used resources from the Children's Room, adult training, and then the CIT training at Circle Camps for Grieving Children, and then my own experience. And so I was talking with adults in those organizations and bringing together all that knowledge and experience to make this possible for these teens and these children. And this is a role that would usually be reserved for a trained adult who's trained in this type of work. But through the help that I received from these organizations and my own experience, I was able to develop this for these kids.
And I understand that the program is going to be set to launch in the relatively near future at the Children's Room. Is that right?
Yes, it is. It has not started yet, but they are looking to start it soon, and they're ready to do that. And it's also, part of it is going national as well. So I connected with the National Alliance for Grieving Children, which is the largest grief network in the United States, and they sent information about this program out to their network. And from my knowledge, this is the first program of its kind in the country.
Wow.
And so by spreading this program and this idea throughout the country, my project is leading other organizations to start similar programs.
It's incredible, incredible stuff. And I understand that you're going to be honored at the State House in June, so that's pretty cool.
I am, yes. I'm looking forward to that. It's a great ceremony to recognize all the girls who got this.
And on top of all this, Sarah's also a board member for Girl Scouts of Eastern Mass. Now, you were saying, how many Girl Scouts are on this board?
There are 4 girl members on the board of directors, and we represent around 32,000 girls in the entire council. So we bring the perspective, the interests of Girl Scouts to this board so that the adults who are running Girl Scouts can help make it as wonderful as possible for the girls who are in it.
Now, you're a senior.
Yes.
And you're going off to what college in the fall?
I'm going to Dartmouth in the fall. I will be studying engineering, which is something I actually decided I wanted to do at a Girl Scout event. So it's coming full circle.
Absolutely, and it shows how important the Girl Scouts have been in your life, as it's been something that you probably can't even remember a time when you weren't a Girl Scout.
Certainly, yes. I was, when I started when I was 5, I decided I wanted to be an engineer in 4th grade, and I've continued to pursue STEM events through Girl Scouts. I went on a trip to Puerto Rico. I did this project. I'm on the board. It's really been an opportunity for me to try a lot of new things, to work hard, to be a leader, and to give back to people who have helped me too. So
it's amazing. And as you mentioned earlier in the interview, your mom and your grandmother were both Girl Scouts, and I understand that your mom and your aunt both received the equivalent to the Gold Award. So talk about the importance of your mom and just the family history of being in the Girl Scouts and what that's meant to you.
Yeah, my family and especially my mom have really encouraged me to keep pursuing Girl Scouts. A lot of girls drop out, especially into middle school and high school, and our troop is actually still fairly big, but my mom is our leader, and she always encouraged us to, and particularly me, to really go for the opportunities in Girl Scouts, that this was a place where we had a lot of resources and we had a lot of chances to do things that we wanted to do, and she pushed us to be able to do that. And I have to say that I would not have thought I could take on this project without her encouragement and without Girl Scouts' encouragement as well.
Well, I can see that you're very thankful for the Girl Scouts, but the Girl Scouts are also very thankful and lucky to have you. As is the Children's Room. The work you're doing is amazing. And thanks so much for joining us on CCTV. And congrats again on the award you're getting in June, and good luck at Dartmouth in September.
Thank you very much.